We're here with Charles Howell III, and he's going to give us a little rundown on what's in the bag, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about launch monitor numbers and things like that. But I always shoot the bag and we get stills, but maybe we'll get a little bit into the technical side of some of the things that you do different with your club's length, different wraps under the grips, or things like that.
Well, I've always liked GolfWRX, and I've always been on the side and stuff, and I'm an equipment tinker. I love messing with equipment, and so I'm always trying to learn something new and mess around with things. And on my irons, I use rib grips, which and I set them slightly open, which is one thing. My grip has a tendency to get a bit strong, my left hand, and so having the rib there and set that way helps me keep it a bit more consistent. My irons are a ½ inch over Mizuno standard. Not extremely tall, but it just helps keep my posture up a bit. I don't get a bit lazy and slouchy whether the club starts looking upright. And then the irons, the MP59s, I love them. They're a bit more forgiving, I think, than a standard blade, if you want to call it. We'll let Luke hit the MP69s, and I don't want to look down at that. And then, I went to belly putter in April, which I love. I've been tinkering with it at home for a couple years, just trying to learn how to get the putter to, let's say, release, or whatever you want to call it. Finally, it had just had enough of the short one, and thought we'd give the longer one a go. And it's amazing how it's just exploded, with even Phil switching to the belly putter and Keegan Bradley winning a major with it. And now, I mean, it's not quite the cure-all that some people want to make it out to be. You still got to putt, but it definitely helps. It helps me. And then as far as my woods go, the driver, I've used the Ping G15 since March, and I like it. It's really neutral weighting. It's really stable. Got some new stuff coming from Mizuno, which I'm excited to test, and always working there. But with the launch monitors and drivers, I love playing around with drivers, and how couldn't you? I mean, we got so many great ones out there to try and to test, and I'm always trying to get better. And if nothing else, I just love the game of golf. I love trying equipment, and I think it's fun. I think it keeps it exciting and interesting. And I use TrackMan quite a lot at home. If my tendency is, obviously, I get a bit steep on it coming down, so I don't launch a driver much higher than 9.5 degrees, and I've kind of gotten used to seeing that flatter ball flight. I think if I launched it, say 12 or 13 degrees like Mickelson, I probably couldn't play from up there. It seemed weird to me. But I love the website, GolfWRX. I always am on there, looking around at all the new stuff, and because you guys, like you do the legwork for us.
Now, as far as launch monitor, what spin numbers are you looking for on your driver, since you're launching it low?
Yeah, I mean, since I'm launching around 9.5, I'm going to get around 2,800, 2,800, which, I mean, I know that's not ideal if I wanted to hit it as far as I possibly could. But at the same time, it's fine. I mean, I hit it far enough to compete. It's my club head speed's right around 118, 119 on the TrackMan. Obviously, it's different on different machines, but I messed around with the flight scope as well. The flight scope Prime, which is a little smaller, and they can run right to an iPad, which is pretty cool. But I use that for like wedge distances and iron distances. I can just set it up at home when I'm practicing and just hit away. So it's just amazing where technology's gone. It's
now you kind of switched over to the Mizuno Wedges, so you've probably done some testing on either flight scope, like you said, to get the spins where you wanted it.
Yeah, it started with the new groove change, where everybody was they were up in arms about these new V grooves and how much was it going to spin and not. So the Mizuno Wedges, actually for me, I spun them the most. My situation at Mizuno's nice, where I've got some freedom in other clubs, and I don't have to use their wedges, but I spun them the most. And because I do have a tendency to get a bit steeper on it, my wedges have a bit more bounce. I have a 58-degree bent back to 60 to cheat some more bounce in it. And you're a golfer. You love tinkering. You got to find out what works best, right?
Absolutely. All right. Well, we appreciate you taking time this week. Play well over at Eastlake, and we'll catch you out there in some of the fall series, maybe.
Well, I will do.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ray. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Good to see you.